We're back at 8:43 this morning. Thanks so much for staying with us. Building today's qualified workforce begins in the classroom. I found out how today's construction students will make up tomorrow's construction industry. Central Georgia students are nailing down their skills to hopefully build on a great future by participating in the annual Skills Challenge. In our 7 o'clock hour, we talked about the statewide construction competition that has made its way to Perry. And staying with us to continue that discussion is Zach Fields, the Executive Vice President of AGC Georgia. Now, talk to us a little bit about the Skills Challenge and that sets the stage for workforce training for these high school students.
Yes, so thank you. The Skills Challenge is a series of regional construction-related competitions encompassing multiple trades and construction skills and tasks that are in demand and needed in our industry. So one of 8 in the state of Georgia. The Central Georgia Skills Challenge has been in place since 2016 as a recently moved from Macon to Perry, and students will compete here. This is a part of a state and national competition framework in partnership with Skills USA, and so students will able to leverage, they'll place here regionally and they'll move to the state competition, which is hosted in Atlanta.
Yeah, talk to us a little bit about one of the opportunities or career pathways for one of the high school graduates who's looking to take part in an opportunity like this.
Well, the great thing about construction is we have multiple career pathways available and multiple entry points, which is really important. And I think generally low barriers to entry, which means, access and opportunity is available for most anyone that's willing to work and learn, and come in with a good attitude and want to be a part of a team. So, multiple career paths available. We have options where young people can go straight to work, directly to work with a contractor or anyone else in this space, and they'll learn on the job. They'll do what we call OJT, which is on the job training, which means that they'll be introduced at an appropriate level with their current skill set, but there's going to be a training plan in place, there's a process in place, and multiple milestones that they can reach to advance in their career. And I believe our industry, we're pretty good at training, and we have an inherent self-interest to get our projects built and delivered, which means we're investing in our people to be able to do that. Great industry dynamic going on right now where we demographically speaking, we have an older industry, which means we have a lot of people with a lot of experience, but they're kind of on their way out the door towards the end of their career. So it's an accelerated focus on training young people that are coming in, which just means great career opportunities there. Students can go to one of our quality technical college programs, Technical College System of Georgia, 20 plus campuses across the state, high demand programs. Much of that training is paid for because these are high demand career areas that have been identified by the state as critical. Students can go to a trade school. An apprenticeship program is a great option as well, and they earn money while they learn, earn while you learn, and those are great options for young people. But also 4-year degree programs, construction management, building science degrees, architecture, engineering. We have many careers where students can go earn a relevant 4-year degree and do well. So that's one of the things I love the most about our industry is just how broad and how good of a fit we can be, and the pathways being very accessible for young people.
Yeah, lots of career opportunities with many ways to enter is always a good option for students who are graduating high school. You were kind of mentioning how a lot of the older skilled employees are kind of cycling out. So talk about, some of the impacts there when it comes to these skilled worker kind of shortages as people start to leave the industry.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the most concerning, is we're having an exodus of generational knowledge. The knowledge and skills to build, to run job sites, and the trade skills, these are generational. I mean, we've refined these over hundreds and thousands of years of building. And, a lot of that knowledge is sitting with that older group, that more experienced group of workers that have been doing this for 20 or 30 years. And you just can't replace what they know. So we really must get these younger people next to them and paired with them for an overlap that's appropriate in the transfer of those skills. Again, great opportunity for young people, but also where it's showing up is just a general labor shortage. And we are rebuilding the construction industry right now as we speak. We've recently surpassed our pre-COVID numbers. We had a little bit of a dip during COVID, but we actually remained essential, which was fantastic. And so the industry in Georgia has been fairly strong since then, but we have to address this labor issue. It's making projects take longer, so longer timelines. It's making things more expensive, more scarce labor, and more challenges in the supply chain, and ultimately it's impacting a lot of other industries. So, construction doesn't exist in isolation. This is the engine that builds our healthcare infrastructure, our roads and bridges, schools, hospitals, churches, housing. And so, it really impacts us across society. Any sector that relies on facilities or infrastructure is being impacted by this shortage.
Yeah, very important work. Obviously, when we talk about the workforce readiness, one thing that we keep talking about is AI. So talk a little bit about the impacts of AI when it comes to construction.
Yes, obviously very relevant in today's world. It's something that must absolutely be considered as young people are considering different fields for career paths and then how we're currently operating. It's certainly making us more efficient in a lot of what we're doing on the design side of things. It's driving innovation, but many people are concerned, hey, AI, that job may not exist in a few years because of AI, or there's a lot of information out right now that's showing that AI is driving youth unemployment in many sectors because jobs are being eliminated. That is absolutely not the case in construction. And so our, AI cannot go lay brick and block or, move materials around a job site or, just be a part of these teams that are building. We might use the tech, but it's certainly not replacing the people on our job sites that are getting these projects built. So, construction's been fortunate in this regard. I'm very happy that we have a great option for young people that's going to insulate them from these cuts. And if you look at the track record of even the last 2 or 3 very disruptive things that happened in our society, even before AI, COVID was one of them, and construction remained essential. People were able to continue to work. And then the student debt crisis, which has been impacting, many sectors and many young people. We don't have much of that in construction because of the multiple pathways in, and much of the post-secondary training is already covered or paid for via an apprenticeship model or the state investing in the high demand career initiative through the Technical College System of Georgia covers much of this training that would be needed in our industry. So whether it's student debt, COVID, or AI, construction has been very fortunate in a solid, strong position for our workers.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Fields, for joining us this morning and sharing all of this knowledge. I learned so much talking to you today. We're also wishing a lot of success to all the Central Georgia students who are participating in the Skills Challenge happening in Perry.